I'm such a fan of your podcast with Kendall, and I'm just so happy you're joining the Dropout family as a host of a show. This is so exciting and so freaking
I'm
cool.
so excited. And I feel like, I've been hinting at it for a long time, it feels like, because I've been around and so many of the people on Dropout are people that I've been friends with for like 10, 12 years. And I mean, I had been in like some sketches when it was College Humor,
Totally.
and I was like, I'm always around to do food stuff. And finally they were like, it's time, let's do it.
Okay, I wanted to ask you about that specifically because I feel like a lot of Dropout hosts have these insane stories about how they were asked to do the show, like cold emails out of the blue, just like the wackiest asks on planet Earth. How did it come to you? And like, where were you when you got like the official email or the call to come do this?
Geez, I don't remember where I was. I just remember being like, oh, this was real. Because I feel like Sam had kind of like in passing a couple times been like, we got to do a food thing. And it feels like when you like see a girl from college that you haven't seen in a long time and she's like, we got to get coffee. And you're like,
Yes.
sure. That's never going to happen, but I'm certainly open to it. And then when I got the email, I was like, okay. And it also felt very casual. It felt
Mhm.
like my remembering of it was kind of Sam just like sending me an email being like, let's do a cooking show. It's like kind of what it felt like. And I was like, let's.
I'm obsessed. That's so funny, so classic. Like, why not? I do feel like if someone were to ask me to host a space-themed cooking competition with professional chefs, I'd either think I was dreaming or I had died and I'm now in heaven. Like, it feels like this is a dream job. Is this what you wrote down in like the fifth grade when your teacher was asking you, I want to do this when I grow up?
Shockingly, yes. I have always wanted to host a food show. Ever since I was little, I really grew up. People will talk about this and you'll hear about it online, but there really is a Food Network child to gay adult pipeline that happens.
Amen. Amen.
And I'm very much part of that. Like I was Rachel Ray $40 a day, Unwrapped. Like I was really tapped in to the Food Network growing up. And I also always wanted to do comedy. I started doing long form improv in high school, and my team did like festivals. And then I went to college for acting and took classes at the Upright Citizens Brigade while I was in college. So I always knew that I wanted to do comedy and food, but I wasn't really sure of what that would look like.
Totally. Well, I fear you ate. I fear you literally ate and you metaphorically literally ate as a host of this. It feels like the job you were meant to do. And I've only seen episode one.
That's so nice. I really appreciate that. I do, to hype myself up, I agree. I think as I was doing it, I was like, wow, I'm doing an incredible job, was kind of like what it felt like.
As you should.
Thank you. I think I was nervous because I've done so much live hosting and I've done a lot of on camera performance and acting and things like that. But hosting a show feels different. And then when I got on set, the first, I don't know, like 2 days before or whatever to do a run through of stuff, and I saw how big the set was, I was so intimidated. I was
I
like,
can
oh no. And
imagine.
I was like texting our producer, Justin, the night before, being like, wait, what's everybody gonna do for lunch? And Justin was like, oh, there's like a team of people that handles that. And I was like, okay, but I just realized, what are the chefs gonna wear? And Justin was like, no, there's like a team of people that handles that. And I was like, oh, right, this is a group of people coming together to make a thing together. And I was able to relax, but I did have a moment of panic being like, oh, am I good enough at this to do this on such a large scale? And walking away from it, I'm like, I am. And I had a great time doing it, and it felt really fun and nice, and I'm so thankful.
I was thinking a lot watching about the saying, like a way to know someone is through their stomach, like a way to a person's heart is through their stomach, and thinking about how it seems like Dropout such an interconnected network, like you said, of knowing people going in and having some pre-existing relationships. Did you learn anything about your fellow comedians as you were going through the season? Did you see someone do something or have an experience with food that made you go, I didn't know that side of you, and I'm so glad I get to know it now?
You know, Lily Dew is one of my best friends in the entire world and has been for so, so many years. And her taste in food is simply disgusting in general. And she brought an absolutely repulsive challenge. And I was like, okay, well, I guess she just gets to be on the show and do a bad job. And she ended up coming on and having such good criticism of all the food in a truly shocking way. So I'm like, okay, I had discounted her because of the things that I've seen her. I've seen her eat just dry bagged spinach with nothing on it, no sauce, no dressing, really kind of scary stuff. And she had great things to say. And the food from her challenge ended up being some of my favorite food from the whole show. So, Lily, I'm sorry.
Official formal apology being sent to Lily
Yeah,
too. I did want to
apologies are gonna
ask
start rolling out now.
I did want to ask, I was thinking about Lily specifically watching for a few reasons. One was the fact that your wardrobe was so catered to the theme of the show, the incredible food referencing, and Lily, someone that also really takes fashion to the next level on Dirty Laundry. Were you going to folks like Lily and people across Dropout looking for inspiration or tips for hosting a show on the platform, or was there any kind of pre-season conversations you had that made you confident going into it?
Yeah, I mean, I I've been so lucky that I've just been able to hear from Lily and Reka and Iffy and so many other people of things that they've hosted that I've been able to just kind of pick things up over time, which was really nice and really helpful. And then if you know Lily at all, you know that you don't ever need to solicit advice from her because the advice is coming before you've even asked for it. So the moment I got the show and told her, she was the first person I told, it was like, well, this and this and this, and you need to do this, and here's a top that you should wear, and here's this. And I was like, okay, perfect. I'm set. I'm taken care of. You know, she really kind of mommies
Amazing.
me. And it was extremely helpful. And I was very inspired by all of her looks. We already have a lot of fashion crossover. Like if you look at our conversation, that's just happening 24/7. We're just sending links to articles of clothing back and forth to each other that we just like in
Amazing.
general. So I love all of her outfits for Dirty Laundry. She looks so stunning and she styles all of those herself. It's just 100% her own creativity. And I already wear a lot of kind of like fun, quirky stuff that has food on it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to lean in.
Love. I wore a pizza shirt in honor of your food themed wardrobe. I was trying to meet the mark for
I
you,
love it.
and
You look beautiful.
well, I'm referencing a really infamous pizza spot where I live, and I've been loving your Instagram series going through all these like classic American road trip spots and all the first time trying videos that you make as a Canadian who's never been on an American road trip. Can you give me like one or two must hit spots if I ever find myself like in the burbs of the US?
Okay. This is so daunting. Well, the first thing I'll have to say is I have to hype up a place that I just went to for the first time, but it's changed my life. It's called Blake's Lotta Burger, and it's a fast food restaurant in New Mexico. And they put New
Oh,
Mexico green chili on everything, and everything is like made to order. It was unbelievable. So if you're most of the places that you're going to try to go in the country from LA, you would hit New Mexico. So I would say
amazing.
definitely go there. And then in terms of like trying to think of like another good like regional chain that people have. Um, oh my gosh, this is so much pressure. I feel like I'm gonna get off the call and be like, God, I'm so stupid. I had a million thoughts. Um, well, okay. If you're going through the South at all, one of my favorite foods in the entire world is boiled peanuts.
Mhm.
And that's a big Southern specialty. And in parts of
Okay.
Louisiana, Georgia, you can get them on the side of the road or in a gas station. Sometimes there will just be a man with a big kind of like crock pot behind the cash register.
Amazing.
You can get some hot boiled peanuts for almost no money, and I would recommend that as well.
Booking a flight immediately. That sounds
Yeah,
ideal, actually.
just
That sounds
pass through,
perfect.
Yeah.
I love it. No, that's so, so good. I've got some rapid fires for you just as we're getting to the end of time, if you're down to give me off the top of your head here. First one is thinking about the food meme culture on the internet. Like we have so many hits lately, like, sir, this is a Wendy's. Is there a line from the show that you hope the internet picks up and adds to our vernacular?
Oh
There's
my,
one right out of the gate in episode one that I would love to pitch you on, which is
I want to
you're
hear it. Yeah.
gay. you're gay and you've never had flavored butter. I
I
think
think that's important.
iconic.
I do think that's important. And I think that it was kind of a disgrace to the gay community when Oscar kind of came out with a lot of not knowing of food things. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but like food is gay. All food is gay. And that's the truth. And if you don't think that, then I don't know what to tell you. But all food is gay. And I think you're right. I think that is a great line. And I hope people put it on TikTok and like show themselves, I don't know, like eating flavored butter off a spoon or whatever they do. I hope it blows up.
Perfect. We will make sure that happens. Speaking of TikTok, when you become a dropout host, I feel like you're entitled to a fan cam or 10. So do you have any specific requests that you would like to put out there for some inevitable Gastronauts fan cams?
Yeah, I think I might have even said this on an episode, but I want a fan cam of me eating, first of all, but like not like it's not haha funny. It's like actually like I'm eating and it's kind of hot. And I want that.
Absolutely. Any song requests you want to toss on top?
I mean, I love Pony by Genuine. It's a classic and I think it makes sense, but we could do Pour Some Sugar on Me. That feels a little more, top. I think there's like a lot of good ones.
Fantastic. All right, we will put it out there for the people watching. Get to work. We're on a time crunch here. Let's see it happen. Can you confirm or deny that we're actually going to film in space, either season one, maybe finale of season one? Will we see you at NASA headquarters?
I was blindfolded being brought to set every day, so I don't know where we film.
Perfect. Ideal. Sam, that's for you to clarify in post. Can't wait to hear it. Did you eat the best dish of your life on this show?
Sure, why not? It's so hard to remember everything I've eaten, but I had some truly spectacular food.
It looked fantastic on episode
It was
one.
really good.
I don't think you can watch a cooking show without a snack. Do you have a snack recommendation for us going into the season with so we can have something good to eat while we watch all the incredible things that y'all get in front of you?
I would say if you're really committing to it, big spread of Thai food. Big spread of Thai food with like, some cow soy, some lob, like a bunch of different dishes, extra sides of lime. And then if you're trying to keep it a little more chill, I would say some double stuffed Oreos. But no matter what, I do want people to be drinking a large Dr. Pepper for me.
Understood, Captain. Thank you so much for your time. I'm so excited for this season, and I'm so excited for you, Jordan. Congratulations. You ate.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely
I
ate.
appreciate all your questions. This was really fun.